Hey vinyl community, Jeff here again. We'll do another contest. You know, there's so many of these going around. You know, it's fun because it causes you to actually look at your collection different ways rather than just show and tell. So I like getting involved. Plus, you know, it's like giving a shout out to a fellow VC member. So this one is for Ron Haggerty's Vinyl Sanctuary. He is having a contest for no reason. No reason. So I'm going to enter for no reason other than just to support Ron. And you know, he has 10 questions here and you can answer as many as you want, as few as you want, and you got to keep it under 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and try to go through all of them. I believe I got something for all. So with no further ado, let's jump into it. Question number 1, he wants to see something with an aquatic theme. So we've got into this is the new Madrost album that just came out. I haven't even shown it. I showed it, I think, in another contest, but I haven't shown it, you know, in a show and tell type video. Into the Aquatic Sector. Their 2014 extreme thrash / borderline death at times band, Into the Aquatic Sector. And it's got brand new cover art. And of course it's on Scott Waters' label. He's been reissuing all the different Madrost albums. Anyway, great stuff. I won't go into a lot of detail there. Check it out though if you're, it's some great stuff. And I think that's the only one that wasn't on vinyl. He's reissued the first album and then the one that followed. And so anyway, finishing it all up. Number 2, an album from a country you would like to go to. Now I'm actually going the same route that Ron did. Ireland. Mama's Boys Ireland band, and I'm, you know, with the name McCormack, Scotch-Irish, our lineages, so I would always love to go back to the homeland and check out the area, and maybe even do some more family ancestry work. All right, and then speaking of family and ancestry work, the next one is a album with someone that shares the same surname. Now, I was trying to stick with just vinyl. I could have went and tried drug out of my CDs, but the singer for Molly Hatchet is McCormack too. But turns out that almost every one of the Mortification albums has, you can see it there, it says, you can see where it's got, not only does he play keyboards, but he produces, there's a Mark McCormack that produces, it seems like, so many Mortification albums, all the way back into the Light Force days. It seems like his name was appearing. So anyway, there you go. Shares a surname. Oh, I found another one. And not only, this is a CD, so not only does this strange guy shares the surname, but he even looks a little like me. I don't know what the deal is with that. Strange. Got my first name too. I don't know what the deal is. Ha. Anyway, yeah, that's my band's first CD, only CD. Anyway, number 4, a transcendent or, you know, spiritual album. And I'm actually going with spiritual. Kemper Crab's The Vigil. I'm not much into Christian praise music, especially modern Christian praise music. It's, you know, it's kind of simpleton at times for me. This album, though, is like medieval praise. Kemper Crab did this album back in like 1980, 79, 80, and it's got, you know, ancient medieval instruments being played on it, and it's just amazingly beautiful. Some traditional type hymns, you know, and then some other just amazing stuff. And it's just, to me, one of my favorite albums, and just it really just takes me to a place of worship and awe of God. Next, an album with a personal story. I went with the CD on this one. This is Guardian. This is a CD, Voyager and Fusion. So Guardian is a band. They are, you know, a Christian rock, hard rock metal band. They've done quite a few things. They changed their name to G-U-A-R-D-I-A-M, but they used to be spelled that way, Guardian, G-A-R-D-I-A-M, to be different when the record label said, you know, spell it the right way. But anyway, before they were called Guardian, they were called Fusion and Voyager. They'd recorded stuff under both of those monikers, and of course they recorded under the Guardian label. So this album was put out, I don't know, 20 years ago, 20 some years ago, and the record label contacted the band and were trying to get copies of the original demos. This is mainly all demos prior to them getting signed. There's 19 tracks, and the band said we don't, the original Guardian demo they couldn't find a copy of. And so Dave Bach, the bass player, knew that he had sent me a copy of it years before, and he says, contact Jeff. I'm sure he still has this copy. And I did. It was just it was a copy, like a TDK type copy. It was on higher quality than that, but it was just a dubbed copy of a tape of a bunch of songs that they recorded. And so I sent that over to the label. They did not follow my instructions on one of the songs. They put the songs out on the CD, and I never got the cassette back. And I've tried, and it's lost somewhere in the mix. But one of the songs, it faded out on side 1 and then faded back in on side 2. But there was enough of an overlap of the fade out and the fade in to where I had done it when I copied it to another cassette myself, where you could merge them together and it would be one continuous song. And I notified them, one of my favorite songs is split between A and B. Make sure you merge them together. And they didn't. They played the half on side A and never played the half that faded back in, which had the guitar solo and everything. So one of my favorite songs, totally lost. I don't even have the cassette now where I can duplicate it. So very frustrating, but I was involved in that. Actually, yeah, you can see inside here is a copy of my magazine with the Guardian on the cover. So kind of, you know, a shout out to me since I was involved in helping them to get the material for this. And a food album. I looked around, and I think I might have even used this before in a Thanksgiving contest, but Sean Phillips, they are all at a bar with all kinds of food on the table. I know it's kind of faded. This is one of those, you know, thrift store finds, courtesy of Value Vinyl. Steve sent me this, and I've got great pleasure out of this. It's some cool stuff from the 70s. But look at that. They're drinking and eating and having a good old time with food. An album pertaining to the weather. Yeah, you know, he showed Loudness with Hurricane. I could have showed the band Hurricane. There's a hurricane coming. We're going to go with Deep Purple Stormbringer. Courtesy of Low Noise Jason Skills, who he and I did a trade recently, and he sent me this. And so he's having a contest too. Make sure you jump over there and jump on his contest. I believe it's still got a little bit of time left. Stormbringer. Number 8, a sexy, racy, suggestive album. Come on. Slide It In by Whitesnake. Not only is the album cover quite, you know, suggestive, racy, it's metaphoric, but, you know, slide it in, down slow and easy. The whole album oozes with sex appeal and raunchy, sort of raunchy. Anyway. It's all what Whitesnake is about. I mean, come on. What is a Whitesnake? Let's go. Come on. Great stuff, though. Great stuff. Suggest an album that Ron doesn't own. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have this. This is Bride Snakes in the Playground. This was recently reissued a couple months ago. I showed in a video, and I'm pretty sure he never turned around and picked it up. An excellent album of the early 90s, tail end of that whole metal of that day. You know, think Guns N' Roses and Slaughter and all of that type of style where you're moving out of the hair phase and into kind of more of just a straightforward hard rockin' metal. Anyway, a great album, great reissue, just recently came out. First time reissued forever on CD and vinyl also. So great stuff. I suggest if you don't have it, Ron, you need to grab that. And then the last one, at my discretion, show any album I want. This one is an album that just recently came in. I haven't even shown it in the video. I figure I'd go ahead and show it here. It's another one of the Dream Theater Forgotten, Lost, Not Forgotten Archive series. This is actually the 5th one of this series that I have. This is them perform. They used to go do concerts where they would do like a night of, and they would play like a bunch of their songs, and then like in one of the sets they play an album by somebody, and they've done quite a few of those cover albums. This is Master of Puppets. They do Master of Puppets from start to finish. They've also done, I have CDs of them doing the Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden, Live in Japan by Deep Purple, the Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. I don't know, they did quite a few over the years. Anyway, and this one was on vinyl recently. It's a double vinyl black. I have the black American, and it comes with the CD. Anyway, that's it. 10 questions, zippy, zippy, zippy. It's only been less than 10 minutes, so I'm going to sign off here. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll be back with something really, I'll do something other than just contests. But, you know, I do have stuff, but this has been fun. So I'll see you later. Rock on and rock hard.